There's one desire that quietly ruins your peace, your relationships, your clarity, and your entire spiritual growth. A desire so common, so normalized, that most people don't even realize they are slaves to it. And Krishna says, this is the birthplace of suffering. So, what is the most dangerous desire? The desire to control. And somewhere inside, we all know this. Because the hardest battles we fight are not outside, they're inside our own mind. Not just controlling situations, but controlling people, outcomes, emotions, timing, life itself. This single desire is the root of anxiety, anger, heartbreak, frustration, jealousy, and burnout. Krishna explains this in chapter 2, verse 62 to 63. From desire arises attachment. From attachment comes expectation. From expectation comes anger. From anger comes confusion. And from confusion, loss of intelligence. In simple words, the moment you want things to happen your way, your mind enters a trap. You start expecting. And when expectations rise, disappointment becomes unavoidable. Think about it. How many times have you felt hurt simply because someone didn't respond the way you hoped? Or life didn't follow the script you wrote in your head? That's how control silently destroys your peace. But Krishna goes even deeper. In chapter 16, verse 12, he warns, bound by hundreds of desires, driven by lust and anger, they seek to control the world and fall into anxiety. Notice this, the desire to control creates anxiety, not the situation, not people, your desire to dictate everything. This is why you get stressed when things delay. You feel hurt when people don't act the way you imagined. You feel insecure when life takes a turn you didn't plan. But here's the truth Krishna reveals again and again. You were never meant to control life. You were meant to participate in it. Control is an illusion. Participation is the reality. And the more you cling to control, the more life slips out of your hands. Here's how this desire turns dangerous. You try to control your emotions. They intensify. You try to control people, they move away. You try to control outcomes, you overthink and collapse. You try to control the future, you lose the present. The desire to control creates the very chaos you're trying to avoid. So how do you break free from it? Krishna gives the antidote in chapter 18, verse 66. Abandon all forms of control and surrender unto me. I shall liberate you from all fear. Surrender doesn't mean weakness. It means switching from force to flow. It means you act with sincerity, but you don't imprison the outcome. You love with your full heart, but you don't force someone to behave a certain way. You plan your path, but you don't panic when life changes direction. Surrender removes fear because fear comes from losing what you're trying to control. Here's the shift Krishna wants you to make. Replace control with clarity. Replace attachment with trust. Replace force with alignment. When you stop trying to control everything, life becomes lighter, wiser, smoother. You still work, you still act, you still dream, but without chaining yourself to the results. That's real freedom. And trust me, once you taste this freedom, even for a moment, you will never want to go back to the old version of yourself. Krishna's message is simple. Controlling life is impossible. Controlling your consciousness is powerful. The most dangerous desire is the desire to control, because it creates the suffering you blame on the world. Let go slowly, trust deeply, act sincerely, receive gracefully, and you will finally experience the peace that control never gave you. If this teaching opened your eyes, like, share, and subscribe. Real wisdom deserves to reach those who are silently struggling inside.